Thaddeus. I top aided at the OTS championship here at Area 51. You guys are great. Like, I love this shop. It's always fun coming out here. It's a little far, but like it's worth the trip. Like, definitely the most lit local I've ever been to.
Thank you.
That was a tough match. It went to game 3, but I got it in the end. And then I played against another one of my friends, Danny, playing Pure Striker. That was definitely like my toughest match of the day. Like, he's a really good player. Danny's hella good. But I basically just like OTK'd him game 1 and then lost game 2, and then game 3 we grinded, and I ended up winning it in time, unfortunately, but that happens sometimes. Then I played against a Pure Trickstar. I think all my matches went into game 3. Yeah, every one of my matches went into game 3, except my loss at the end. But I played against Pure Trickstar. I got that. I got that with a fight, but game 3, I just went second and then killed him game 2, or killed him turn 2. And then round 5, I played against this guy playing Paleozoic, and he wrecked me game 1, I wrecked him game 2, and then we had 30 seconds on the clock, so we tied. So that was unfortunate, but like you can still talk with X1-1 now, so that's pretty cool. And then I lost to our first place, Dalvin, playing Pure Striker. He's a really good player. I beat him at the regional a few weeks ago, so he got me back. But this deck was crazy.
Want to show us the deck?
Yeah, I'm done. So I played I don't want to do like Monster Spell Trap because like that's not how Yugioh works anymore. So it's organized by like engines. I played a standard Trickstar engine, some Sky Strikers, Mekk Knights, a whole bunch of spells, and a whole bunch of hand traps. I played 14 hand traps. So for like the aggressive engines, it's still a Trickstar deck. So 3 Candina. I played triple Lycris because I play Desires. Even with 60 card, I don't want to banish too many of them. I play Lilybell. She's always banished. Then 3 stage, 2 terraforming. That's all you can play. And 3 reincarnation. Even going second, I feel like 3 reincarnation is pretty necessary. I've always played 3 of this card. It just feels more comfortable with it. I don't want to banish too many off Desires. I just want to have a full engine going for grind games. I played a fairly hefty Sky Striker engine for the Trickstar deck. Triple Engage. I played 2 Widow Anchor. A lot of the cards I played multiple of just because I didn't want to banish them off Desires. 1 Afterburner, 1 Jamming Waves, just for extra targets for engage. You'll go through too many of them sometimes. 1 Drones because you can only play 1. And I played 1 Ray because with Drones at 1, there's only one way to summon 4 extra deck monsters. So if I banish this up Desires, I can't summon anything. And turn 2, if I do the standard play where you engage, add back engage, Shizuku, turn it into 2 engages. Next turn, you don't have a way to summon an extra deck monster. So I felt like Ray was necessary. And then I played a small Mekk Knight engine. Or not really small, it's a full engine, but I had 6 Mekk Knights. I'm blind going second, so these cards are really strong. Every time I resolve these, like it really helps in a grind game, or you can just kill your opponent turn 2. That's what the game plan of the deck is trying to do, is just like end the game on turn 2 by letting them go first, play all their cards, and then you optimize Boral Sword and just try to kill them through it. And then probably like the best card in the deck, whole deck's really based around this, to be honest. 3 Phantom Sky Blaster. This is like one of the best cards in the game right now. This is Scapegoat on legs. You can make Boral Sword with just like 1 card as long as you have a couple combo pieces. You just need the extra monsters on the field to summon hella tokens. This card's amazing. Like every time you summon this card, you should be winning the game if it resolves, or at least like it'll give you the push you need to get through the game. And then I played a lot of hand traps. I played 14, I think. 3 Droll. I want to take this moment to say support your local OTS shop. I pulled all 3 of these from entry packs, and I'm still like in shock by it. 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Veiler, and 2 Bell. I just wanted to play a whole bunch of hand traps for going second. If you're playing 60 cards, you really won't see more than 2 of them. You don't really see multiples often, except one round I drew 3 of these, 3 of this grinding, and it ended up losing me the game. But overall, like all the hand traps, they win you the game, and they get you through the long grind games. And then the rest of the deck is just some spells. 2 Scapegoat, because this card's like Scapegoat. 2 Call by the Grave. Even going second, this card's really strong. I played Triple Desires. This card won me a lot of games that I maybe shouldn't even have won. You can sway games just by ripping this card for no reason, so it gives the deck like something volatile. And then the last 6 cards were just cards for going second, because every game I just blind go second, turn 1. Or game 1, I mean. 3 Twin Twister and 3 Mind Control. This card just rips through back row decks and just rips through any monster your opponent puts on the board turn 1. If they're playing Striker, you can just usually OTK them through 3 back row. There were a lot of games where I just won on turn 2. Because you can Mind Control their cards, Twin Twister their back row, summon Mekk Knights, maybe the Sky Blaster, and then that game's over.
Any extra deck, side deck?
Yeah. For the extra, small Sky Striker package, it's all you can really fit. I'd like to play more for grind games, but the extra deck's too tight. That's all you really need, though, for the most part. You don't even see Sky Striker some games. 1 Link Karibo, 1 Link Spider. For Link 2s, I played 1 Pentastag. If I'm going second, I want to Boral Sword Pentastag people, and like if they lead monsters in defense, that's usually a game. You can kill 3 people through Scapegoat. That happened today where he had 3 Scapegoat tokens left, and I just pierced all of them, and it was enough to basically kill him. I could kill him next turn. But this card does really good things. Then some Nightmares, Cerberus, Phoenix, Unicorn. Best extra deck cards in the game, for the most part, most consistent. Ningrisu, never summoned this card. Hell, people say it's a lot, like just necessary. I've never summoned it in the last 3 weeks, and every deck profile I see, people play this card, they say it's necessary, and they're like, oh, I'd actually never summoned it though. So like, I don't know if I actually need this card. I don't want to lose to Cosmo, but like, nobody plays that deck. I play Trismania. This card's really good. This can sway games you're not supposed to win. I play Red Reboot on the side, and you can just wipe people's whole back row. And for Link 4s, Bomber Dragon, Firewall, and Boral Sword. I actually never summoned these today. It's the first tournament I've like never gone into these. I never really go into Firewall, to be honest. This card overperforms every game you summon this card. It's game like full deck's based around summoning this card turn 2 and killing your opponent. And then for the side deck, it was a blind going second deck, and this strategy didn't really come in too often, but when it did, it ended up winning the game. I was thinking I have 12 cards, 6 Mekk Knights, and 3 Twin Twister, 3 Mind Control to side out for going first cards. So I played Shared Ride because it's the best going first card. Storm Duster because Trickstar, and people will set their cards and you can hit their back row. 3 Strike. If you draw this card going first against Pure Striker, you should be winning that game for the most part, as long as it didn't hit your back row. And then this card's kind of crazy. Nobody really knows what this card does. I probably shouldn't be doing this deck profile because of this card. This card says, during the main phase, when your opponent special summons a monster, you negate the summon, your opponent draws a card, and then you end the main phase. So there's games where you can just sway the entire tempo of the game just by ending your opponent's phase. Even if you give them a card, sometimes they'll invest 2 cards into a link monster, you can negate it, put them in battle phase, and they can't do anything. They can't apply pressure anymore. If they're playing Striker, a common play is to go Hayate, attack directly, send an engage, or line up 3 spells for an engage, and then main phase 2, make Kagari and add back the engage you sent, or just to add back another spell. You can hit the Kagari in main phase 2, end their turn, and then they might even like not have set their back row in their hand. Just like it, you just tell them to end their turn right there. So it's kind of, this card's really unique. It's really niche, and I think it has a lot of potential in the current meta for going first at least. And then the last 3 cards on the side were for going second against any back row decks. This card overperformed all day. I beat not Altergeist, but the anti-meta because of this card. I beat Musket because of this card. Got me through my Paleo matches. This card's just really good against any trap decks. The whole meta is like a spell deck, a trap deck, and I guess Goki. One thing to note about this deck, you hard lose to Goki. Like, you cannot win games. You will just lose by blind going second against Goki. It's not smart. I was playtesting with my buddy last night. He got every single match. I didn't win one match. I won a couple games when I sided in all the counter traps for going first. That was it. So in a meta where Goki's not a thing, this is a really strong deck, and most of the games you just kill people on turn 2. But you'll punt games against Goki if you play against it. But I didn't play against any, luckily. People don't want to play that deck, it's not fun.
Alright, man, any shout outs?
I want to shout out Area 51. You guys are great. This is a great local. I love traveling down here for you guys. My boys I rolled down with, Andrew, Danny, Kevin, and Robert. Love you guys. And then anybody who friggin' plays Yu-Gi-Oh! I love this game because y'all are my family.
Alright, man. Thanks, buddy. Congratulations.
Peace, y'all.